Today we're going to talk about how you can get data from the Nike Run Club app into Strava. Today's run was 6.5 miles, 7 minutes, 48 seconds per mile, according to the Nike Plus Apple Watch Series 4 using the Nike Run Club app. Now, there's no direct way of exporting the data from the Nike Run Club app, whether you're using the Apple Watch or using the Nike Run Club app on your phone, into something like Strava. So I've been looking for a couple of workarounds ever since I first got this watch and wanted to try using the Nike Run Club app on the Apple Watch Series 4. One of the ways that I found to do it was seemed relatively workable. You're going to have to go online and create an account at something called N+Exporter. I'll have a link for it in the description below. I don't know anyone who's running that website, and I have no connection with that website. It's just something that I found. I did a couple of Google searches and looked around at what other people were doing, and this seemed to be something that could work for me. So after my run today, I opened up the phone. There's an N+Explorer app on the phone, which makes it super convenient and easy to use. You open that app on the phone, log in with your N+Explorer credentials, and you have to also set that up and log into your Strava account, so that way it can talk to those two things. So once you have that done, you'll open up the N+Explorer app, and then almost instantaneously, I was able to see the data from my Nike Run Club run from the watch on my phone. I was confused a little bit at first and I kept refreshing it thinking something was wrong, but for whatever reason it puts things in kilometers and not miles. You just hit the Strava icon and it'll push it up to Strava, and almost instantly it works so incredibly fast. I can head over to Strava and I'll see the data in there. It'll put something in the description of the activity that it was uploaded or pushed via whatever the service is. And you can always go in there and delete that if you don't like that in there. I have the free version, which means I have to go through this process of like manually pushing it over, but it is better than me having to like look at the data and then remember it and then type it in to the other one, which I didn't really like. The other drawback to manually just typing everything over is that if you then have a photo that you've put into Strava and try to share that to say Twitter, it won't watermark your photo with your pace and distance information. It'll only let you do like a map, or it'll just let you tweet a link to your Strava run. Manually entering in an activity in Strava wasn't going to cut it for me there. And so that's something that's worked out for me. If you want to sign up for a pro version, I think the pro version, it's like $1 a month. If you want to get the pro version, it'll automatically do that sync. So as soon as your Nike Run Club activity is done, then it'll automatically push that up to Strava. But I didn't think it was worth $1 a month, even though $1 a month is not a lot. Ultimately, I don't think it's that big a deal to have to do that, because frequently when I was using my Garmin watch, about 3/4 of the time after my run with a Garmin watch, I would get a notification on my phone that my activity was ready to view in the Garmin app. Once I had that set up, Garmin has the ability to directly push to Strava, and when I knew that, once I saw that Garmin notification, I could go look in Strava and the activity would be in there. But 1/4 of the time, that notification wouldn't come, and usually that happened when there was like a Bluetooth disconnect between the watch and and the phone. And so I'd frequently have to go into the Garmin app, make sure or resync the connection between the phone and the app. And sometimes that would require me having to force shut down the Garmin app, reopen it, and then try to get it on. Sometimes that even required, in very, 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 very rare instances, it even required a restart of either the phone or the watch. But sometimes I would have to manually go do that. And then once I manually synced it, and it took a while, maybe like 30 to 45 seconds for that Bluetooth syncing to happen, then the activity would show up in Strava. So it's not unusual for me to have to go and kind of manually push data from one of my apps from run tracking to another, so I don't consider it to be a huge burden. It is a little bit annoying that it doesn't automatically do it from the free version, but I understand whoever developed this is doing this probably not as their main profession and doing it as a side job, so I'm not mad at that, and I'm not upset that that is a limitation placed on the free version. I just wish that Nike Run Club would automatically do that and let you push from one to the other. I think their adoption rates would go much higher if they had an option to push the data from the one spot automatically to the other, just like Garmin does. I assume Suunto does the same thing as well. I don't know about Fitbit, but again, I'm guessing that the Fitbits also do the same thing. Let me know in the comments if you have any experience with either Suunto or Fitbit and Strava to see if that auto push is available within the apps natively. I'd love to hear and get some more information on that. But we'll see. I'll follow up with you guys. I'm going to do kind of a short-term review after 100 or 200 miles or so with the Apple Watch and using Nike Run Club and connecting it to Strava. There'll also be some other GPS testing. If you've been following me on Twitter and Instagram, you've already seen what's coming up. But check back tomorrow because they're going to have a pretty good, I did a side-by-side run, so you'll be able to see that tomorrow. But there's going to be a lot of other stuff coming up. So if you're interested and you're a GPS nerd like I am and love this kind of stuff, stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed so that you can see all those videos as they hit. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I'd love to talk to you guys down there, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Yo, what's going on?